Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Self-Checkout Show. It is your favorite Christian talk show, and we are here on another Monday night to have another wonderful discussion because we talk about some good stuff on this show. All right. Of course, sitting in with me, as always, my beautiful co-host, Dr. Nancie and Coach Crystal. Hello, ladies. Hello.
Hello.
And you all see, instead of my name showing what it says, I'm 50.
50.
50. All right. Archbishop William Hudson III, the week before he turned 50, I was at his church for their the 8 a.m. service. And I said, Arch, how you doing? He turned around. He said, I'm 50.
Ooh.
I said, sir, not yet. You're not 50 yet. He was going to be it that week, but I said,
He was anticipating that
right now.
He was, and so was I. And hey, I'm so grateful that I made it to 50. A lot of people dread getting older, but I have been looking forward to 50, and God is good and faithful and allowed me to make it. So I'm happy about that. And a recap of the weekend that we had, because I've only been 50 for 6 days.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I counted. I look, this thing is real to me, Coach. It's real to me, okay?
It's a real situation. She know it.
Huh?
It's real.
She know it.
I've been 50 for 6 days. And all 6 of those days have been a blast. Of course, last Friday, Friday just passed, we kicked off the celebration, me and the Creeps and some of our friends.
No, you kicked it off last week on your show.
Well,
that's the kickoff.
Of course, the day of my birthday. I mean,
exactly.
Last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up. You all were really, really nice to me last Tuesday. Hey, Katrina, welcome to the show.
Hey.
You all were really, really nice to me for my birthday on last Tuesday. So many guests fell through. So many gifts came in. I cannot thank you guys enough. And I am still receiving gifts. I received a gift at work today. Wow, nice. Thank you. But you guys are really, really wonderful to me, and I really, really and truly appreciate everything that you guys did for me. I'm telling you, so far, this probably has been the best birthday ever so far.
Yes, it should be.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, guys, not just because of the gifts, just because I feel like, I have a new, once again, like we talked about when we came out of COVID, I had a new outlook on life. Started doing things different, started living and all that kind of stuff. And now that I've crossed this threshold, it's like I have another brand new outlook on life. It's like I see things differently,
Yeah.
And I'm so happy, guys. I'm so grateful. So we did kick it off last Tuesday with my birthday show, and then Friday we all got together for some food and some fun and some fellowship. And everybody loves Mexican food, so we got some Mexican food. Okay, when you put Mexican food and a rooftop together, you got fun.
Listen,
it ain't nothing.
You got a wonderful summer night.
Yeah.
Oh, the weather was perfect.
Yes.
The weather was perfect. And I was laughing with Aisha. I think I said, I don't know if I had more fun inside or outside. That picture session was everything.
In the middle of the street.
In the middle of the street. And I looked at the pictures and I had to post them separately. I said, now wait, we all cutting up. Crystal, John, and Aisha was like, forget y'all, pose, strike a pose.
You can't miss an opportunity, because what are y'all doing?
Oh my goodness. We understand a love with people more, and we appreciate it as well. I appreciate you, Katrina. Thank you for your support here of the Self-Checkout Show. So we had an amazing time Friday night. Of course, Saturday afternoon, I had another celebration with my church family. We went to Uncle Bub's barbecue in Westmont, and
Oh,
more gifts, more fun, more food. And thank you, my godmama, Pastor Ramona, for bringing not one but two birthday cakes.
Okay.
oh,
About two of them.
All right.
And, I
okay.
took
How
one.
was the food? Review the restaurant. How was
The
the food?
Right.
food is good. It's not famous Dave's level, but
Okay.
they right underneath them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I went there for the 4th of July because nobody. I mean, the 4th wasn't 4th and like it used to.
Right.
And it was on a Thursday.
Yeah.
People weren't. I think people wasn't really feeling it like that.
Yeah.
But I wanted some barbecue, so the bestie and I we went to Uncle Bub's, and I said, "This is pretty good."
Okay.
You know? And I saw that they had a little party thing. I said, well, I inquired about it, and they was like, yeah, you can come here. It's fine. We don't care, blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay. So I changed it from where I was going to do it to there because the food was good enough for me to go back the next week. Yes, by all means, please share. Thank you. Share. So we had a nice crowd there. I think like 17 of us was there Saturday. And then yesterday, John and I went, we took a ride up north to this place that Matt Stennis had
I seen the burger joint, the burgers you guys had. How were they?
Now, let me tell you what happened before I tell you that.
Okay.
We had, pastors didn't preach yesterday. We had, hey, mama. She said,
hey, mama.
For a minute. Why just for a minute? It ain't your bedtime yet. You got another 53 minutes.
She said she got something else to do. And sometimes your business ain't your business.
There it is right there.
That's my mama. I can say what I want to say.
You can say it. You can say it.
Say that again.
But sometimes her business ain't your business. You can say it.
It's always my business.
And you keep on believing that. She said, keep on believing that.
Mama, I love you. If you have to leave, we understand. So pastors didn't get to preach yesterday.
Okay.
Not that they didn't get to, but they wanted to have testimony service. And that's what it was. And Matt got up to give his testimony, and in it, he mentioned this place, Big League Burgers. And me, being a fat boy, I said, let me Google it while he talking. And I sit right next to John.
Mama. We got you.
I sit right next to John, and I said, you see this? He was looking too at the same time. So we was like, let's do it. And so we end up going there immediately after. Say, hey, Daphne, welcome to the show.
Hey, Daphne.
We went there immediately after service. No, I take that back. We stopped by the halal.
Yes. Yeah, the barbecue, like taste the halal or something.
Halal, yeah. We stopped by there first in Yorktown Mall. I didn't get anything there. John got a plate, some big old brontosaurus ribs, it looked like, and some other stuff. And then we made it up north to Big League Burgers. Let me tell you that I'm going back again, and it's going to be soon.
Okay. Don't leave us this time.
I will not leave you this time. I have been in search for a good burger.
You know, your brother loves good burgers too.
And I'm telling you, Big League has it.
Okay.
So my brother want a burger. We gotta go.
He loves a good burger. That man is just like you. He loves a good burger. So we definitely
love one.
You know, I showed it to him. I said,
yes, he would love it. So we can definitely go there together. After that, we went to Insomnia, your favorite cookie place. We were only a few minutes away from it.
And keep Insomnias.
We were only a few minutes away from it, so we definitely went there
and indulged.
And well, you know, I'm not big on sweets, but of course, John was like a kid at the candy shop.
He missed me. He needed me with him.
Yeah, I saw him post it and tag you.
You know he did, right?
Yeah. So that was my weekend, and celebration week number 2. Celebration number 4 and 5 will be this Friday and Saturday. It's happening.
This train gonna keep on rolling.
Keep on, baby. Gotta keep on. I'm going to live. So we are celebrating this Friday and this Saturday. And next week, the big celebration.
Well, we're gonna let y'all see the pictures of all the celebrations.
We will indeed. We're gonna let you see it. Daphne, I know that's you. I knew it was Daphne. When I saw our Cash App, thank you, Daphne, for your support, your unending support. I really, really appreciate you. She supports this ministry as often as she can. Thank you. So please, you guys share the broadcast tonight. We're going to get into some really good stuff. And I'm not going to be able to do all of this in one show. We're going to have to finish it next week because there are points that I need to get to. And it's not going to be enough time to do it tonight. Yeah. In the meantime, if you do have a business or ministry or an event that you would like to be shared on the Self-Checkout Show, please send your flyer or info along with any gift, any monetary gift that is, to the Self-Checkout Show at gmail.com. That's where you can send your flyer or information. And of course, you can send your gift to the Cash App and or Zelle that we have for the ministry. We want to promote your event on this show to our maybe 8 to 1,000 viewers. And we appreciate all of our viewers too, by the way. Thank you for wherever you're watching. Thank you. So yes, it's been a party. It's been a party. She said, my mama said, keep right on celebrating until the 9th of August because that's her day.
She said it ended.
Exactly 1 month.
And she said she's shutting it down come August.
Right. I got something for her. Charlotte said, I ain't waste no time. I sure didn't. She said it looked good. That's what Matt said when he saw us at Big League. He said, man, y'all ain't waste no time. Nope.
That's so funny.
No. Good evening to Charlotte.
Hey, Charlotte.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Daphne. Thank you. So that was my weekend. And again, we're going to
Mama's birthday is on an amazing day.
It's on August 9th, Friday.
I like it.
August 9th. So I'm going, when I get off work, I'm going to get my mama and we are hitting the streets.
I'm going.
Okay, you can definitely go.
You know, we like hanging with mama.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you know what the plans are.
They better be what we like.
I'm bringing her out this way.
What?
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I'll let you know all about it. I'm sorry, what you say, Coach?
Where y'all going?
I'll let you all know.
Yeah.
Because she listened. I can't tell you that.
You're right.
And we got a special place. We got a special place we like to go. So we gotta go to that special place that mama likes.
Special place. Out this way.
Okay. I'm with it.
Right.
Look, mama said, let's go.
Look at her. Listen, guys. Listen, if you have not shared, please share. Share to your story. Even if you don't want it on your page, share it to your story or share it on your page. If you don't like all that stuff on your page, share it on your page and just delete it after we're done. So that was my recap from my birthday. And first part of this show tonight, and I texted you ladies. A young lady at my job asked me a question on my birthday, Tuesday last week. And I said, this would be good to implement on the show. And the question that she asked me, she said, you know, you're 50 now, you've lived a little bit, you have some experience. She said, if there was one piece of advice you could give me, what would it be? I was like, wow, that was right, interesting. So, and I will tell you what I told her. And I told her, I said, looking back over my life, if I could give myself some advice in my younger years that I can offer you now, because she's about maybe 25, 26, right in there.
Good, yeah. That's good.
I told her, I said, take your time. For me, that was the best advice I could give. Mm-hmm. Take your time. And then I said, take your time and think it through. because oftentimes, especially I remember when we were younger. Good evening, Tabitha. Tabby, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Welcome. Please share if you haven't. Please share. A lot of times we rush into things. We make these quick decisions, and we don't take time to think things through, and that could be detrimental to us in some shape or form. So I told her, take your time.
I like that nugget.
Everybody gets 24 hours in a day. We all got to go 1 second at a time. No rush. Take your time and think things through. And I thought about that, and I said, I want Coach to give us all one of those pieces of advice that she would give her younger self that would be beneficial to us all. So we want to get that tip from the coach tonight. Coach, what advice, one piece of advice you would give us tonight?
I would definitely say to yield to yourself, because a lot of times our attention is on something else. You're a mother, you're a wife, you're a student, you have a job, you're yielding to all of these people, and everything that you're doing is not always beneficial to you. So at some point, you have to yield to you. What is it that I need? Slow down. What is it that I need that's going to make me better at offering things to other people in other situations? So just yield. When you're driving and you see a yielding sign, it's not a stop, but it's the opportunity for you to slow down, take a look at your surroundings, gather some information, and then you go.
That's good.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's good.
I like it.
Wow. A tip from the coach, y'all. Yield to yourself. Slow down.
Slow down.
Take a look around you. Gather some information.
Yeah.
And then go.
I like that's going to be helpful. Is this the best situation for me? Just like you said, take your time. A lot of times we rush into things, and I'm not just speaking about relationships. We're talking about decisions, contracts. Let me go ahead and do this. A vacate, anything.
Yeah.
You want to make, is that the right opportunity for you? And is this the right time? Is this when you're supposed to do it?
Timing is everything.
Can't hear if you're just moving.
Timing is everything. That was good. Good evening to Elder Derek Mays, my friend and my brother. John is on here. Hey, best friend. My mom said, I'm sorry, I got somebody else at the controls tonight, and I'm so used to touching now, I'm gonna stop touching. Because I got a touchscreen laptop, so I gotta stop.
Oh.
Daphne said, Mom, I'm with you. I'm in the bed. When you're over 60, that's what we do. And then John, of course, is always encouraging his friend, the coach.
That's right, John. Hey, friend.
Mama said, well, baby, I'll be 74, so I need my rest. All right. And I'll be up. Say it again, Coach.
You have a good night, Mama.
Love you. She'll watch the rest of it in the morning. Our BFF from Texas is with us tonight. Hey, Nita. Glad to have you. That's right, Daphne. Timing is everything. Coach, that was good. That's postable. That was
very good.
That ain't a word, postable, but it is right now. That's postable. Yield to yourself. I like that.
Yeah,
that was
both
good.
of you all were very good.
That was good.
Yep.
And now, Dr. Nancie, it appears to be your turn because we have a new Dear Dr. Nancie.
Oh Lord, here we go.
And y'all, I got a new. Y'all gonna hear it next Monday. I have a new sound machine coming.
Oh,
I have a
new sound machine.
Yes. So, Dear Dr. Nancie, you all turn your ears up for this one. The letter says, Dear Dr. Nancie, I've been having an issue lately involving my mother. It feels like she isn't really my mother, in quotation marks, but someone who thinks we're best friends. It's like she never really grew out of her high school days, and I'm almost 30. I'll have days at work where she texts me to tell me about her day or her recent struggles, or she asks me to find furniture that would interest her. I feel awkward answering her questions, And I wish I had a parent to talk with about some of my issues instead of feeling like I'm the more mature one. She's telling me that only I know what she likes when I know her taste changes on a dime. She doesn't speak to me the way most mothers talk to their sons. It's more like how two teens at school talk to each other. I know she's been through a lot, so it's not that I want to ignore her. I don't know what to say because I don't know how to talk to this person anymore. I'm tired of feeling my stomach sink every time I have to respond to her. Please help. Signed, son, not friend. Wow.
That's a deep one. You all know my favorite thing is layers. So it sounds like there are a lot of layers here. And funny thing is, initially when you started reading that, I actually thought it was a girl, a female.
Yeah, I did too.
You would think that, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think that it was a young man. And so as you got toward the end and there's a young man involved, even for him, for both of them, honestly, there are some layers there. Again, this young man is saying, and they're young. You can just tell even by the tone of the letter that they're young. He's hitting 30s. And so she may be 40, 50s, if you will, late 40s, early 50s, maybe. We never really know. But unfortunately, this is the direction that parenthood or parenting has gone as a result of people having, or of ladies having children at a younger age. We all know, and I say often, that parenting does not come with a manual. We really do the best we can, and we follow examples that we were given, right? Sometimes we imitate our parents, the things that they taught us, the ways that they had, because that's already indoctrinated in us. And so we follow that and we do that. And so we really don't know if it's right or wrong. And then, of course, every child is different. I would just suggest to this young man that he actually sit down and talk to his mother and let her know what he needs. I'm missing my mom. You think it's cool that you're calling me, telling me this, telling me that. We laughing about this, we laughing about that. But there are things that I'm experiencing in my life, Mom, that I need some direction and some guidance from. I really feel like they need to be pulled on the carpet. And most important as well, if there is something that's happening, even after he says that to her, where the communication is still not working, or his needs are still not being met, he really needs to suggest that together they go and seek out some family counseling, because they need family counseling. And it may even be to the degree where she needs some counseling to deal with some things that maybe she lacked in her younger days or in her childhood or from her parents, right? Because again, we parent how we were parent 9 times out of 10. We may tweak a few things here and there, right? But we really do imitate our parents in a lot of ways if we had any type of relationship with them or any type of upbringing, and or grandparents, depending upon the time and the day. But then also this young man may need some separate counseling as well to just bridge and heal some of those areas in his life where there's a lack. And then again, together, they need some family counseling. So that's why I feel like there are layers to that. Age plays a part. What has happened in their past plays a part. Individuals play a part. And then together, the family as well. They need some healing.
Yeah, I agree. That was good. Y'all on fire tonight already. I'm here for it. We are, again, of course, asking you guys to share. I believe that a lot of our viewers are currently in their televisions watching the Republican National Convention.
Oh, Lord.
I wanted to see it too, but my ministry comes before that. Yeah, that was good, Elder Derek. Indeed, it was.
Elder. Thank you.
Indeed, it was. BFF Nita says, "I need a mother, not a friend." But
yeah.
Am I at the controls or no? Oh no.
Well, I mean, I think we're tag teaming.
Okay, all right. I thought my brother was doing it in another room somewhere. I need a mother, not a friend, but always address the issue. Communication is always key. And that is the truth. And no matter what the relationship is, communication is key. Elder
Yeah.
Derek
And then you know
says,
what too, Will? A
mhm,
lot of times, and I know Crystal and I can only speak to Crystal because she's my best friend and I have power of attorney over her. No, I'm playing. But she's my best friend.
Woo.
But anyway, a lot of times parents, we do make the mistake, or not
mhm,
so much the mistake, of being our children's best friend. I know for
mhm.
a fact that Crystal and I have prided ourselves on having a friend relationship with our children. But there's balance there, and you've got to know how to do it.
Balance.
Again,
Yeah.
if you don't know how to do it, because remember, like I said, we are a product of our parents. Our parents did that with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our parents talked to us, but I also knew when not to play with them either.
facts.
So there's got to be that balance. So we should be our children's friends. We should be their parents. They should know the difference. Communication, yes, is a huge component in any
For sure.
relationship.
Yeah.
Elder Derek says, sounds like she lacked a parent and
Mhm.
now he is.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So true. Yep.
Communication is key. Balance and boundaries. Balance and
Yes.
boundaries. My
Yes.
mom is my friend, but I still revere her. For
So
certain.
true. Yep.
100%.
For certain. My
Mhm.
mom is definitely my friend, and I am now, how old am I? I'm 50.
50.
50.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
And
50.
I still believe at some point, if I push a button too far, my mama slap my face.
She will.
She will.
I
At
believe
50
she
years
will.
old.
She will.
And
She will.
I will never, ever disrespect my mom.
And if she can't do it, all she has to do is tap me on the shoulder, and I am happy to oblige.
Okay.
Katrina says, Katrina says, I know a young lady who was in need of love, and she became her children's friend. And I think that void had been met
Mm-hmm.
because her children give us unconditional love. That's true. Children do, and moms and dads do too.
Yeah.
So I can see how that would fit into this. But I agree with the doctor. You should know how to be your parent, your child's parent, and their friend. Not blur the lines as to where the child feels like it's okay to cross a certain boundary. No. You don't do that. And so there's a space. Whereas, let me say it this way. My mom can be my friend, but never forget that she's my mama first.
Right.
And there is a line that you just do not cross.
It's actually a brick wall. It's a wall.
Oh, it's a brick wall. It's a brick wall.
Yeah.
So,
and even to Patrina's comment, again, that's why young ladies really need to be even educated, especially when they start being active, right? On the fact that, because I've got, you all may not know, some of you do, I run a home daycare, and there's a young lady, Tammy and I were talking about it today, who came to me 2 years ago. Her child is in my daycare. She's young, but she said she planned to have her baby. And we were floored. Like, what? She was maybe early 20s when she brought her baby to me. And we were like, you did what? But now this father, now her hindsight is 2020. And she's like, why did I even do that? Yeah, but you stood in my house laughing. See, sometimes young women feel like that baby, because of that unconditional love, and that's what triggered that, is going to fill that void. That baby can't do that.
It cannot.
All you're doing is creating a bigger void, a bigger issue, a bigger hole. And then when that child, believe it or not, children want parenting. They want discipline. They want structure. They want boundaries. They want that stuff.
Coach,
when they're not getting it, there's a problem.
Coach, I need you to make notes of this, what's being said right now, because we need to talk about this. That was huge, what you just said.
Absolutely. You know what lines to cross. And when it comes to your parents, that's right. Yeah. She knows I got her back.
Whatever.
Let's talk about that too.
I want you to make notes of what was just said, because I think that's a whole topic.
The line versus the wall.
Yeah, that we really need to discuss. Patrina said, I agree with the doctor too. And if you're not ready to be a mother and learn the role of a mother, keep them legs closed. All right? Facts. We're going to talk about that within the coming weeks. So let's dive into our main discussion tonight. As I was driving to work this morning, I said, man, I haven't talked to my girls about the show tonight. And I said, Lord, what are we going to talk about? I really sometimes pray about this, not even kidding. What to talk about. And this popped in, this topic of how to handle confrontation respectfully popped into my mind. And I think that it's important to talk about, because we like to talk about things on this show to help us all be better people, better human beings. And coupled with the fact that we are Christian, these things typically they'll come up. And the truth of the matter is, some of us, some people, some adults, some Christian adults, I can go as far to say, hey, Mika, thank you for joining us tonight, do not know how to handle, not just not how to handle confrontation, but how to handle it respectfully.
So true.
Yeah.
Because there is a right and a wrong way to do it. And I want to put that on the screen. There is a right way and a wrong way to deal with arguments, disagreements, confrontations. Now, I made a post about this earlier, and I want to share a couple of the comments that came from the post that I made that was really key to what we're talking about. I said that there's a right and a wrong way to deal with those things. And I said how you handle the emotion of anger plays a big part in that. And my brother Matt Stennis, he says, how you respond, this really spoke to me. How you respond really shows the love, respect, and want for the person. In any relationship, how the response is triggered and delivered is heard more than what is being said.
Wow.
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa. Let me say that again. In any relationship, how the response is triggered and delivered is heard more than what is being said. It's not always what you say.
It's how.
But the delivery, how you say it.
I agree.
Mika says, learning to take a step back before I respond has been life-changing. That's a wonderful thing. I am proud of you. I'm happy for you. Matt goes on to say, the first thing someone says is they got cussed out or threatened, etc. And usually they don't say, watch this, they don't say what the person ever said, but they say how it made them feel. Wow, how good was that, right? Mom says sometimes when we're young and vulnerable, we'll fall for the lines that men feed us, so we wind up being young mothers because we didn't know any better. So that puts us back into what we're going to chat about. So that was really, really good, what Matt said. And then he goes on, y'all, and says, sadly, you got grown people who still think they can say anything to anyone any kind of way and not have any consequences.
Yep.
Freedom of speech is free, but it comes with consequences and a price that can sometimes never be settled.
That's so true. That's true.
That dude was dropping some bombs today.
Yep.
Hey, my favorite, we're talking about how to handle confrontation respectfully. Freedom of speech is free, but it comes with consequences and a price that can sometimes never be settled. Wow. So it was said, it was a quote from somebody some many years ago, I remember, saying that you cannot conquer what you are not willing to confront.
Yeah.
And I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I also agree that how you confront it matters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I have 7 ways to deal with this.
Okay.
And which that's why I said we're not going to get through all of this in one night. Sheridan said, I'm ready to start fighting. I've been turning the cheek a little. Oh, Sheridan, please don't fight. Don't fight nobody, please. We need to keep you. We need to keep you from fighting. So you can definitely says you can't autocorrect words, so you have to watch what comes out of your mouth, and you do. But see, here's the thing. If, and I have to throw this in there because it's true, when you have to deal with confrontation or when you confront somebody, if you are a person who does not have your anger in check, anything is liable to come out of your mouth when you're mad.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true.
And once those words are out there, you can't take them back.
You cannot.
Cannot. And sorry doesn't always fix it.
That's just where I was about to go.
Mm-hmm.
You can apologize and mean it with your whole heart. But the person that's on the receiving end of that,
yeah,
will forgive you, may forgive you, but they will never forget how you made them feel when you said what you said to them. Yeah. So again, there's a right way, Coach, and there's a wrong way.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
To deal with confrontation.
There is.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta wait. A lot of people like to respond immediately in the moment. I'm gonna get it taken care of. Let me nip it in the bud. But sometimes you have to take a little moment, think about what you heard, because what you heard can be misconstrued for you as well. Because a lot of times we don't listen to hear; we're listening to respond.
To respond, yeah, that's good. so then, why do you think it's so difficult to say, okay, she just said this to me. Let me chill for a moment before I say anything. Let me think about this. Let me process what I just heard. Why is that so difficult?
There's a level of maturity that comes along with handling things. You have to put things into perspective as well. What mindset is the person in when you're talking to them? What skills did they learn prior to even being confronted? So if you don't have the skills to, manage your anger, if you don't have the skills for conflict resolution, these are skills that are taught to us as children, little itty bitty kids. And if your parent didn't have it, then you're not going to get it carried on or passed on to you. So the only thing that you know to do is attack. Okay. That's how I respond.
Okay.
It's a defense mechanism.
Can't take it back. That's what I mean by autocorrect words. You hear it before you speak it, said Daphne. Sheridan says, sometimes an argument can be avoided by simply asking for clarification before jumping to conclusions. Mm-hmm. Agreed 100 on that. And Derek agrees with that maturity that the coach just talked about. I do have 7 ways to deal with this. Before I give you even the first one, there was another comment in the post that I made, mm-hmm. and I'm going to tag her in this live. I don't know if she's even available, but I want to tag her because she said something. Well, let me turn my phone down here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry about that, y'all. Mm-hmm. She said something that, and I told her I wanted to unpack her comment on this show tonight, and I don't want to do it without her hearing what I say to her, and that's because I love her. I've been knowing this lady for many years, and it's something that I want to address in something that she said that kind of I was like, yeah, no, and I'll read it to you in a second. Charlotte said, that's why you have to have healthy arguments. So I like that, healthy arguments. so your children will know how to deal with confrontation. That's how they learn. Dr. Nancy says, I honestly don't handle
No,
conflict.
no. That's her comment. That's her comment.
Okay, I got you now. Oh, there she is. Yes, thank you. I'm slow. This was her comment. This was what Talitha said. I honestly don't handle conflict well. I'm from out west. I'm a Capricorn. I'm a giver. So by the time I'm hurt, it's not going to be pretty. And anything cross with my child, baby, hang it up. Hashtag blue lady. This is the comment that I wanted her here for, because and respectfully, and this is not just to her, this is to everybody that's listening that will receive this. It's been time out for us making excuses as to why we are the way that we are. And Talitha, she knows me. I know she knows I don't mean any harm. Put that comment back on the screen for me, please. She says, I don't handle conflict well. Excuse number one, I'm from out west. So what? So am I.
Me too.
I did not.
But that's the front. I'm from out west. That's the front to say that's why I don't handle conflict well. So get ready, because I don't handle it well.
Right. And I don't agree with that. I
think that when people say, when people say I don't handle conflict well, it's not the conflict. You don't handle your emotions well.
Yeah.
You don't handle how you feel about it well. And that's the first thing that you got to put in perspective before you start responding.
I think Elder Derek May said it earlier, though, really, it's a level of maturity. Right?
It's a level of maturity.
It's a level of maturity. And a lot of times I think that it's a level of maturity on both sides. Because sometimes when we bring a thing to a person, we've got to be like Coach said earlier, we've got to be aware of the timing, right? What's going on? I like that Sheridan said she'll ask or she'll say, what you said to me made me feel this way.
Yeah, that's good.
And we got to be mindful sometimes of who we going to. You can't go and have conflict with everybody.
Not with everybody.
Now, if you're having conflict with a lot of people, it ain't them, it's you.
It's you. It's you. So there's a lot of things that we got to take into account. And sometimes we go dibbling and dabbling in what don't even concern us.
Ain't even our business.
And
listen, I like the little slogan now, and I use it all the time. It ain't my circus and it ain't my monkey. I'm not going to be bothered with it.
It says, I'm the queen of asking. What you said makes me feel. You just hit on that. What you said makes me feel this way before I leap. Is that what you meant? That's a good question to ask, because you might be angry for nothing.
For nothing, yeah. And you may have misconstrued something.
Could have possibly done that. Elder Derek says pride will keep you from dealing with confrontation the right way as well. I'm grown. Who you talking to? Pride.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Only the Holy Spirit will wait before confrontation can. Okay, let's reword that so I can make it. I need to know exactly what that means.
Only the holy wait before confrontation, meaning
the holy people.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I don't necessarily agree with that.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to be. I get what she's saying, but I don't think you have to be holy in order to wait to handle it. I don't think it. I think that the Holy Spirit will help you. To shut your mouth before you say something reckless and stupid and dumb. But I don't think that that's the all in all about it. We have to heal to deal. I like that. But some of us, Sheridan says, think we handle conflict well, but internalizing and hoarding hard feelings about situations is still not handling.
That's so good. That's true.
That's 100%
so good.
True.
So true.
100% true. And I am a witness to that myself.
So true.
Because we can chat about it, we can talk about it and reason with one another. If just for example, if you done me wrong or said something or whatever, and I come to you and we chat about it and say, okay, this is what it is, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we fine. Hands washed of it. But I keep it in me. I hold it in my heart. I hold it in my mind. I hold that energy in my body, and I don't want to do that. I like,
Bless you.
bless you. I like what John says. We talk about everything, and he says to me, energy is big for me, and I don't want to be around this type of
Same
energy
here.
because
Yeah.
I don't want that in my body. I don't want to hold that in my body. Mom says I can totally bow down to confrontations until it comes to my children. Then it's on. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So there is a right way and a wrong way, and you guys, we have to stop making excuses
Yeah.
for how we are. And I'm this way because I'm a Cancer. I'm this way because I live out here. That has nothing to do with it, beloved. We are making excuses for us not being, as the coach said, for us not being able to control our emotions.
And a lot of times that comes from, again, childhood issues.
I agree. Yeah.
Childhood issues, stuff that we didn't learn how to actually deal with and or handle, cope with as we were growing. Or sometimes we were overly spoiled, right? Overly catered to. And so again, we don't know how to respond in the face of confrontation.
Yeah.
And then even with you saying holding on to the energy, sometimes we have to learn how to deal with it and let it go.
Let it go.
Deal with it and let it go. It's a two-way street when you have confrontation. The person that's coming and then the person that has to respond to it, right? So if it's not my bag, I need not even pick it up.
That's right.
Yeah. If it's not mine, and you're not, I need not. If it's really a you issue, that's not a bag I need to pick up. And I have to decide. I actually told someone this today. You actually decide and you dictate and you determine how you're going to allow somebody to treat you.
That's right.
That's true.
It really is the truth. So even when confrontation comes, a lot of times we've allowed a person to do something so long to us that when confrontation comes, now we're ready to fight. It's a whole issue. Well, you should have dealt with that 5 situations ago.
Yeah. Patrina says we got to grow up, and Sheridan says you're 57. Not to you, Patrina. Just I get what she's saying. At what point do you grow up, though? Again, to answer that goes back to what Dr. Nancie was just saying. A lot of people, a whole lot of people, I will look up stats for the next show, I promise, were not raised or taught how to effectively communicate. And dealing with confrontation is handling confrontation that falls under the umbrella of communication.
And determine based on when it may have been their first confrontation that they weren't able to deal with. You have to realize, I don't care if you're 60, 70, 80, wherever that happened, that's where you still are. So if you're still dealing with things like you're 15, then something happened at 15 that you never rectified.
That stopped you right there. You never dealt with it
at that point. I like that.
And it's a trigger. So even though you've gotten older, when something happens that looks like
that's when you
go time, it's a trigger and it immediately sends you back.
But guess what?
Handle it like that.
Even in that being your trigger, we are responsible for our own triggers.
Definitely.
You're responsible for your trigger.
Y'all, I will tell on myself.
Let's say this. If you're the person who never identifies the trigger,
then you can't deal with the trigger.
Then the accountability is going to be hard for you to take because in your mind, someone's always doing something to me. You have to be sat down and you have to be able to verbalize what happened so you can get the help you need.
Mama, I love you. She said it's her time.
Night, Mama. Night.
I love you, Mama. Good night. Go back and watch the rest of this in the morning. Elder Derek said that part. I control how the actions and words of others affect me and my response to it. When we grow up, when we choose to deal with our triggers and trauma, because we give people who we are. I got you. Thank you, Elder Derek. This is good. Holy Spirit gave me this to deal with because I prayed and asked him what to talk about tonight. At some point, you got to get therapy and figure out how. After a while, your upbringing becomes an excuse. That's what I said a few minutes ago.
But even in saying that, although I agree with it, we still have to understand that therapy, while not necessarily new, is still new and being accepted.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some people feel like they're being judged if they say they're going to therapy, or they shy away from therapy, or let's just be honest, some people, again, our level of maturity, we just don't want to deal with it. Like what's her name? Talitha, she said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Cap. We get all these other reasons. I'm a Capricorn, so we attribute it to that. I'm from the West Side. We attribute it to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't talk. So there's always something. We never want to accept accountability.
And
be mature enough to say, this is why I'm doing this. So instead of doing that, we push it off on something and or someone else. It's not my fault. It was their fault.
Right. No. Good evening, Denise Dunn, Sister Denise from my church, STMI. Glad to have you. You can't control your upbringing, but you can control your outcome. Have you done the work at all? Let me stop right there and answer that. From a situation that happened with me, and I'm okay with sharing this publicly. This happened between me and Dr. Nancie.
How you know I
had,
no,
huh? Oh, I had a trigger that I had not dealt with, and it came up, and out of nowhere, I blew up at Dr. Nancie, and she was left looking like, okay,
and blowing up happened,
and something. What's going on? Because now I'm mad because I'm triggered, and she mad because I went off on her about watch this. I went off on her about something that she had no clue about.
Mm-hmm.
It was my trigger, but I had never expressed it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going off. I'm mad because I'm triggered because I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to deal with this. And she like, whoa, wait, what just happened, right? And so accountability, I had to go back, and I have accountability partners, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We all need them.
But it's something else that even as you're going forward, it's so important to even note that even in that moment, even once you went off and then I went off, again, I think that still speaks to the fact of it's about relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's about because a lot of times when we do stuff like that, we do it to the people that we're loved or we're closest to.
Yeah, that we're closest to.
Because it's, I guess it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just easier that way or comfortable that way. Or it's, I don't know. But yeah, so it turned into a whole situation. He was going off, and before you knew it, I looked, and then I started going off, and we was both going off together. Yeah. But like you said, thank God that we have accountability partners, and we're able to say, "Am I wrong? Was I wrong?" and get it fixed. Yeah. So
right.
Go for it.
And I had that talk with my best friend, of course, and if you all know him, y'all know John Stennis. He can love you to pieces. But if you are wrong, you are wrong. And he gonna tell you in love that you are wrong. And I had that talk with him, and he asked me this question, like, did you ever tell them that this was? And I was like, well, I was like, no, I didn't. And now at that point, I'm looking stupid because I done went off about on somebody that don't even know what the problem is. So that was all me. I did not handle that respectfully.
But in you talking about that just goes back. That's a level of maturity.
Mm-hmm.
Because someone who's not surrounded by that group of people who keep them accountable has no idea how to pinpoint. They don't care if they told you. This is what you should know. This, you know what I mean? So there's a level of maturity that is 100% necessary for you to be able to handle these situations.
Good evening, Kimmy. Glad to have you with us tonight. I see all you guys' comments. Thank you for having this conversation with with us tonight. I'm glad that you all are talking back to us. We need that. We appreciate that. So I then had to turn the searchlight on myself. All right. And say, Taylor, you were wrong. Apologize. And of course, I was going to apologize anyway. But it's one thing to have your trigger, but it's another thing. And I said that a minute ago. We're responsible for our own.
Yeah.
And in conflicts, in arguments, in disagreements, it's a way to do it.
Yeah.
And we also have to be grown enough to say, you know what? It was me. I was wrong. Own that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't make excuses about that right there.
Yeah.
Because if you want to fix a relationship, one of the quickest ways to do it is to have accountability and ownership of not what I did it because. Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to be mature enough to own it. Yeah.
No. Anytime you want to make a change, the change starts in you.
Absolutely.
Because it's an outward manifestation of how you want to be treated, how you're going to treat people, how you're going to talk. All of that is in you.
Yeah.
Now, on another note, if you think by chance that if we're in relationship, if you're in relationship with somebody, let me help you with this. If you are in relationship with somebody, and I'm going to give y'all 3 of these 7 points because we can't do all of them. If you're in relationship with somebody and you feel that they, let me see, you think that they would do something bogus to you, personally to you. If y'all in relationship,
right?
I'm saying if you, well, we talking about us. Let me just use us for example.
Right.
If Dr. Nancie thinks I would do something on purpose to hurt her or offend, you know me, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know me. So now I'm saying now I got a problem because you don't respect my character. You're saying that I have a character issue.
Mm-hmm.
If you think that I would do something on purpose to hurt you. See, now that's a whole nother issue.
Yeah. That is. That's
a whole nother issue. Because
if
we are in relationship and we love one another and we got all these friends and my sisters and my brother, all of that, and you
starting another show now.
Right. And you really think that they would purposely do something to you?
Yeah.
No, you got the issue there.
Yep. And it's funny because even after when you called the next day, I was like, okay, this is a whole nother day. What are we talking about this for? Okay, whatever.
Right. And you said that to me, I think.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
But
So
see, here's the thing. I felt horrible because I was wrong.
Yeah.
I felt really, really bad. I was wrong and I was dead wrong. And I'm like, yo, I gotta fix this. You know, and we end up going out the next day after, whatever, that weekend. Yeah. So I brought that up just to bring up how there's a way to handle conflict. You know what? I'm not dealing with Sheridan and John Stennis tonight.
They're going back and forth, ain't they?
I'm not dealing with them tonight.
they going at it.
Yeah. So the first,
again, I think that's why it's so important as well. Like Sheridan said earlier, you know, we a lot of times we have those issues with the people that we're most vulnerable with. And again, like you're talking about, we've got to know the people that we're with. We take everybody in, and we've done shows on this all the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, we have confrontation. It's not always peaches and we've had confrontation. But, I mean, how you bounce back from it, I think Crystal may have talked about that. How you bounce back from it is what really matters.
If you deal with it properly, you can bounce back from it.
True.
I think what people have to realize is, you know, every time something happens, it's not always offense towards you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's truly conviction, because there's something that's coming up in you that you're shaky about.
Yeah.
There's some kind of it's conviction. So you need to address that, and then going forward, you'll find that there's less offense in your life.
Yeah. 90% of put that back on the screen, please. 90% of the hurt is not intentional. It's the matter of the heart. And I believe that it's especially if you're in covenant with someone, if you're in relationship with them, I do not believe that it is intentional. But it shows that there is something in you that needs to be dealt with.
Yeah, Patrina, I
Not
still
the
love him,
other
girl.
person
No,
you're
I his heart is all right. I mean, it might, I still love
whatever.
him.
I ain't even talking about us now. Now I'm talking about generally. Okay, moving on past that.
My heart is healed.
I made him buy me
all the
a cookie or
time.
something, buy me a meal maybe, but I mean,
all the time, y'all. It's not the other person. Sometimes we have to check ourselves. All right.
Right.
So how to handle disagreements respectfully. I have 7. We're gonna have to do this in 2 parts, y'all. I'm gonna give you the first 3.
All right, give them to us.
Disagreements respectfully. Number 1, pick your battles.
My favorite sentence.
Not every disagreement needs to be addressed.
Not my circus, not my monkey.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
I love it. That's what I say now.
If it don't concern me,
listen.
Even if it does, even if it do, every battle don't need to be fought.
Every battle, pick your battles. Listen, just because the clowns come to the circus don't mean you have to go to the circus. You don't have to show up.
Bow out. Okay, you're right.
And that's why they keep performing, because we keep going to the circus.
We keep going. Yep.
Oh, I could really talk about that, but pick your battles. Every battle you do not have to show up to.
At all.
You don't have to address it. You don't have to say nothing.
That's right.
Facebook posts, I don't like it. Let them know I don't like it.
Yeah.
Ma'am, sir, scroll on.
Scroll on. Wait, Willie, we see a lot of stuff on Facebook.
A lot
to respond to. But we choose, right?
To move on.
Move on. What I like.
Yeah.
Pick your battles.
Pick them. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Moving on. Number 2, how to handle disagreements respectfully. Keep disagreements impersonal. Keep them impersonal. Focus on the issue, not the person. Focus on the issue. Let's talk about why this is happening. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about the why.
Yes.
And let me not attack you because it happened.
Yes.
I don't want it shouldn't get personal.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the issue. Let's look underneath the layers. Let's dig down deep and find out why this happened. Yeah. It should not get personal, guys, because we lose too many relationships that we shouldn't have lost because we made it personal.
So true. Yes.
We made it personal, and it never was.
Yes.
Never.
Yes.
It never was personal. All right, let's keep the disagreements impersonal. And the last one I want to give you tonight, and this is one that I think that a lot of people have a problem with. Understand their perspective. I know what you said. I know how you feel. But have you taken a moment to even listen to what they said or to consider how they
feel? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Crystal, I think the coach said earlier that people listen.
They listen to respond, but not to understand.
Yep. True.
They listen to respond, but not to understand. Understand the other person's perspective. There is a reason that they feel the way that they feel based on what you said or did to them.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, so you don't get to decide that a person shouldn't be mad, upset, angry, hurt.
Yeah,
Because of what you did or said. You don't get to decide
You don't
that.
get to decide that. Yeah, so true. And we feel like sometimes we can decide that. Like, well, you shouldn't be mad.
What you mad for?
Yeah. Right. What do you mean I shouldn't be mad?
Right.
Because let's flip this around. And what if somebody did the same thing to you? How would you feel?
Yep. How would you feel? Yeah.
So we have to understand the other person's perspective. When we can put ourselves in their shoes,
then
if you could possibly understand how it may have made you feel.
Yes.
Because some people are so big and bad and bold, and I can say what I want to say to who I want to say it to, and they bet not. No, ma'am, no, sir.
No, it's not a double standard.
No. Go ahead, you can run up on the right somebody.
Run up and get done up. Okay.
Run up. Yep.
I mean, come on. We have to learn, y'all. Some of this stuff, and I'm glad we're talking about this, but real talk, some of this stuff could just be avoided if we learn how to really, really shut up sometimes.
Period.
Because sometimes we just talk too much.
Yeah. You provoke.
Sometimes we talk too much.
Yes.
Number one, it don't even concern us.
Yes.
Number two, even if it does, why would you talk to somebody disrespectfully like that and not expect them to respond if you know you will respond if somebody talked to you like that? Understand their perspective.
Yeah.
Because truth of the matter, y'all, at some point, we're all going to have disagreement.
Oh.
With your family, with your friends, with your co-workers, with your church members. Come on, y'all ain't saying nothing tonight. We're going to have a disagreement at some point. But how do you handle it?
How do you handle it?
Yeah.
Somebody that I really don't know or really don't care much about, you can kind of really say whatever you want. Okay.
Right.
Okay. What I'm gonna do? I can't change your view of me. That's how you feel.
That's how you feel.
Deuces, I got money to make.
Yeah. True.
We got flights to catch.
Indeed.
So I really don't care how you feel about me. I was laughing when Dr. Stephen Thurston was on here. We were talking about the young man that made the post and made the laugh and all that.
Yeah.
I was literally laughing. I'm like, this dude is a clown. And I was laughing. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to respond because people feed off of that.
They do.
People like confrontation.
Yes.
And especially on Facebook.
They got an audience? Yeah. I'm going to show out for an audience.
Some people like confrontation.
Yeah.
Some people are very confrontational. They thrive off of it. They get goosebumps off of confront somebody and off of, I told her, you grow up.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Grow up.
Yes.
Toxic people at an all-time high. That's so true.
I promise you, I started to post that today and I did it.
Empathy is very important because we come from different places and stations. So true. But let me tell you, and Dr. Nancie, I'm glad you said that. Social media.
I can't stand it sometimes. We don't know what to post.
Stop arguing on
we need to do a whole live on social media. Yeah, we need to do it.
Yeah, we probably should.
Social media in every aspect, like relationships, arguments, toxicity.
Lady Denise Davis, hey,
what to post, what not to post.
Shine, little sister. All this stuff on Facebook and social media and all. Y'all stop all that stuff. It looks bad.
It looks bad.
You know, one thing I love, even what you're saying, it looks bad. Apostle RJ said, "We know when y'all dating, but when y'all break up, y'all don't want to.
Y'all don't tell us nothing. I need an update.
We'd have been in a relationship with you all. That's another reason why you should not use Facebook as a tool. Like we need to do a show on that.
Stop it.
Yeah,
we should do a show on that.
I hope y'all better write all this stuff down.
It's on
We
tape.
had to go back and rewatch. So tonight, you guys, we have been talking about how to handle confrontation
Yeah.
respectfully. I have 7 key points, but we could only do 3 tonight. The first one was pick your battles. Pick your battles. You don't have to show up to every fight, y'all.
You don't.
You don't. And certainly you don't have to show up to somebody else's fight. Your name not even on the ticket. You ready to put on your gloves and get in the ring, and it ain't even your fight.
That's right.
Mind your business. Drink your water.
And mind your business.
Roll your edges.
Exercise.
Pick your battles.
Exercise.
And exercise. Do some walking.
Right.
Pick your battles. You don't have to show up to every fight, especially if it's not yours. Number 2, keep disagreements impersonal. When you have to confront someone, do it respectfully. Do it impersonally. Don't make it a personal attack against that person.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
On a spiritual note, we wrestle not against flesh and blood,
but against principality. Yeah.
Okay? So don't make it personal, y'all. Just talk about it respectfully. Don't attack that person. You don't want them to attack you. Don't attack that person, all right? Yeah. Number 3, understand their perspective.
Yeah.
Put yourself in their shoes.
Yes. Yes.
If the same blow were dealt to you,
would you be okay?
How would you feel?
Yeah.
How would you handle it? How would you respond? And there is a thing where we can choose to react or respond.
Yep. Oh, I like that. So we choose whether to react or to respond.
There is a difference.
There is a difference.
A big one.
We'll get into that next week. Do we react or do we respond? And that'll be part 2 of this discussion, and we will give you the last 4 points on how to handle confrontation respectfully. I really feel that we made progress with this tonight. I think it was very productive.
Yeah.
I think it was very productive. Yeah. If you came in late, you do need to go back and rewatch the beginning of this show, because let me tell you, Coach Crystal dropped some heavy stuff on us tonight. We did this new little thing, y'all. We did this new little thing. And Coach Crystal dropped some heavy stuff on us with the tip from the coach. And you know, I like trying out new things for our show, because we like, again, as I've stated many times, we like to have these types of discussions, because, you know, we are not the churchy type show. We can do it. We know how to do it, and we'll do it when necessary. But we like to really have these kind of heart discussions.
Yeah.
Because many of the things that we deal with on this show, they're simply matters of the heart. And we have to learn better.
Yeah.
Some of us just, sadly, some people don't know any better.
So true.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe, but that's the truth, y'all. Some people don't know better. And if we could help anybody to live a better life, because of what we talk about on this show, that our job is done.
Yep. That's what it's all
because
about.
These tools will help you sharpen your relationships with people, and to help you look at the man in the mirror, not in the window.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
So that's what we are for. And I hope you guys, thank you, Daphne. I appreciate that. I hope you guys come back for part 2. We're going to talk about responding versus reacting. We're going to hear the last 4 of 7 ways to handle disagreement respectfully. So we definitely want you to come back. And of course, don't forget, if you would like to sow into this ministry, you can do so. The ways to do that are scrolling across your screen. And I would recommend that you do. And this is because we are viewer-based. Our funds are mostly viewer-based that comes in. And I will tell you, just as I always tell you, I have talked to my pastors.
Mm-hmm.
We have talked this weekend, and I have 2 events coming. One this year and one already next year. And it will take some assistance and some help from some of you, our faithful viewers. Thank you again to Daphne, who faithfully sows into this ministry. We appreciate you. We want to say that we do solicit your help uh, so that we could put on these events that we are going to have. Thank you, Patrina, and good night to you.
Good
Um,
night.
Good
we're going
night.
to have, and you will be hearing more about them within the next couple of weeks, at least the first one anyway. So we appreciate each and every one of you for whatever you sow into the ministry that helps us to do ministry. So thank you all very much. How to handle confrontation respectfully, part 1 tonight, part 2 next Monday night, same time, same place, same people. We'll see you back here next Monday night. Until then, good
Good
night,
night.
everybody.
Good night.